What's up, guys?
Kamaru, man, first of all, congratulations. That was a fantastic performance. You know, you were counted out by a lot of people heading into this fight, but did you know that's how the fight would look going into it?
No. No, I didn't. I didn't. I just had to get back in the lab, sharpen all my tools. I know it's been a while. And after the last one, going up against a young, strong, hungry guy, one of the most, just kind of dangerous and terrifying guys. And I was dealing with some things going into that one, but I took the fight on short notice. And because of that fight, it's almost like they forgot I could fucking wrestle. And they got dismissive, and a little borderline disrespectful. But I just had to pull out the skill and just let them know, hey, respect every aspect of my game. Every aspect.
It was impressive, and, I think people did count you out. And I think if you look back at those losses, it's a little unfair to do so, right? No need to go over them, but Leon fight, you're winning into the last second. The second fight was very close, and then the Hamzat fight, you took that on the circumstances you did. You appear to be quite emotional tonight as well. I don't want to get into your personal life, but is part of that emotion coming from the relief that you were able to pull off a performance like this and remind people just how great you are at this sport?
I swear, because I'm a fucking girl dad. Damn it. This one, it's hard. I mean, it's been a while since, not just with getting back in here, but obviously getting in the win column. I battled a lot of things just to get here. Just repairing my body, just physically, personally, a lot of things that I had to just kind of, I guess expression would be fight a lot of demons just to get back in here. But yeah, a lot that I had to go through. But thankfully, I'm blessed with a great team, great support system, great family, and I'm back here. So I just want to, recognize them. I want to recognize my family, my mom, dad, brothers, sister, T-Baby, Sammy, Lulu, Zena, baby. I love you guys. My coaches, Henry, Trevor, George, Ben, my teammates, Justin, Archie, all these guys, even guys down there at Kill Cliff. I love and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Whether you knew it or not, they played a big, big factor in this tonight. So I just want to say I'm thankful. But yeah, I guess, like I said, I'm a girl dad now, so I get a little emotional nowadays. But let's get back to business. No, guys get dismissive. Like, what are we doing here? Don't forget I can wrestle. I've always been able to wrestle. I battled a lot of things in that Hamzat fight, but I'm back now. So, respect every aspect of my game that we can get back to throwing hands.
Last one on the emotions, because I don't have to keep going over it, but was fighting tonight, and not necessarily winning, but fighting tonight and winning something you had to do to be able to finish the battle that you were going through, or is that something that you're just going to have to face each time you go into?
Well, the battle's never done. I mean, it's never done. It's a mountain that you have to climb each and every time you get back in there. It's difficult to get in there. I know people watch at home and they just kind of talk shit about fighters. Oh, this fighter's bad. This fighter's this fighter. But it takes a lot to get in there. You have to respect each and every fighter who's willing to put their life on the line to get in there. But each and every time you get in here, you're going to battle that. But that's what I'm used to doing. Champions aren't just, you don't just wake up a champion. You got to build yourself into being a champion. Like I said, I have a great support system, so, we're back up and we're back climbing.
When Buckley's on bottom talking to you, is part of you just like, you can talk all you want, mate. I'm up here and I'm the experienced guy, and you just look at that as maybe he's trying anything because he's not sure how to get up? Or what are you feeling when he's talking?
I don't give a shit. He talked all week, but, he's very talented, he's strong. And that's what he does to get himself in a fight, and it works for him. But that doesn't do anything for me. I'm in there to take care of business. When I'm in the gyms, me and my coaches, we work, and the show's in there. I don't need to pay attention to all the distractions, whether he's talking or not. But hey, I just take care of business.
Yeah. 2 more quick ones from me. Having Big Francis around this fight week, obviously everyone knows the context of his appearance at a UFC event these days. Was it still nice that the promotion was okay with that and he was allowed to be here? And
I mean, why not? I mean, France, he came to a sporting event to support his brother. What's wrong with that? Everyone knows Big Francis. Francis has a very special journey, special life that he's lived. And if anyone can't respect that, I mean, sorry for you, but self-made man, just like I am. So, you just have to respect it. But it was special for him to be here. Just like, me going to support him. He supports me, just like Justin and all these guys. So I'm thankful. I have a beautiful support system, and I'm grateful for that.
And the last one for me, obviously, performance was amazing tonight. Still one of the best in the world, one of the best to ever do it. But I do feel we're at a stage now where we should be appreciating the few appearances you might have left in your career. So with that said, title shot would appear to be the thing on your mind next, right?
Absolutely. Like I said, I only had to really use one skill tonight. And, I possess, everyone knows I can knock you out with my hands. But if you're going to give me that, I'm going to take it. So, let's be honest, I'm the biggest in the division, and this is about entertainment. The UFC is an entertainment company. You want to make the biggest fight, it's going to be the winner of JDM and Islam. If Islam pulls that one out, former pound for pound, current pound for pound, who doesn't pay for that?
Congratulations, man. It was a really impressive performance.
Appreciate it.
Kamaru, so just going on that, you feel like basically tonight you got yourself a title shot, you got yourself the winner of JDM Islam?
I mean, you don't feel like that? Who else?
You're the biggest name, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
But I'm asking you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And you haven't fought since 2023, right? It's been a while.
Correct.
And throughout that process, we've seen Gilbert Burns kind of fade out of the title contention, as well as Colby, Jorge Masvidal a while ago, Stephen Thompson, like all the guys of your generation, right? As you're watching that, do thoughts come up like, am I still one of the world's best as you kind of watch the generational change of the division?
No, I mean, shouts out to each and every one of those guys, Like I said, I respect to everyone who's willing to get in here each and every time. But I'm different. I've been different. That's why I was who I was in the division. I'm different. Just because you didn't see me out for 2 years, I was taking a little sabbatical. That doesn't mean I wasn't working. Everyone goes, oh, it's ring rust, ring rust. I was able to come in there and really just utilize one skill. But, hey, I still possess what it takes to be the best in this division. And so, it's only up from here.
Yeah. And something that I noticed in your performance is you were mean in there. Like you were landing shots and it just, you wanted it, and it felt like your spirit was very much there in terms of like wanting to cause damage and wanting to make a statement. Did you enter this fight with a chip on your shoulder? Did you feel like you were being underestimated?
Like I said, it's like a monkey on your back, Obviously, everyone going, oh, you were 0 for 3 and this and that, and can you still do it? You're older, you're this, you're that. It is what it is. As long as I continue to put the work in, like I said, I have an excellent support system. Hey, I just had to go in there and do what I do. Have you ever known me to not be mean in there? No. I go in there and I take care of business, and I did that tonight.
Yeah. And you mentioned like reconstructing and building back your body and this time off. How did you feel physically in there? And in this stage of your career, Is it safe to say that you're feeling better than you did when you were defending the belt?
It's never safe to say that.
Oh.
Let's not lie here, But it's like riding a bike. I got on there and I started pedaling, and I realized I could go fast.
Yeah. All right. Well, congrats on the win, champ.
Thank you.
Hey, champ, congrats. You maybe already touched on this a little bit, but I just kind of want to clarify. Outside of the meanness, like, there was some chippiness at the end of round one. You're staring Buckley down as you're getting up, kind of something similar at the end of round two. Was that to do with Buckley or more to do with the aforementioned monkey on your back?
I mean, you gotta. It's a little bit of both. Sometimes the little brother's gonna talk trash to big brother because little brother's gonna feel kind of big for his britches, and sometimes you gotta remind him a little bit. Buckley's very, very talented, strong, hungry, and young, and he's still gonna have success. A lot of interesting and exciting matchups for him in this division, but you kind of had to go out there and show him a little bit.
Fair enough. In the fifth round, you dominated that fight front to center, though some judge gave you only 3 of the rounds, which is interesting. Were you hurt at all in the fifth round? Things seemed to heat up near the end. Just kind of wanted to see how you were handling that.
No, I'm not. I wasn't hurt, but when someone is going for broke and they're just kind of swinging, the point of the game is to be able to control. I wanted to stay under control, and so it could kind of look a little sloppy trying to control a guy that's swinging wild, trying to get you out of there. So, that's kind of all it was. My coaches didn't want me to make any mistakes, and when you're in there, sometimes you make mistakes. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna look at it, but it's just only up from here.
And I have to ask you, I think I know what you're going to say, but Bilal Muhammad quickly tweeted, "See you soon." I know your eyes are on a title fight, but if the UFC comes to you, that's also a pretty big fight. Former champ for former champ, a lot of backstory. Is that something you would entertain if the UFC, came to you about it?
Who is it?
Bilal Muhammad.
Who was that?
Former welterweight champion Bilal Muhammad.
Next. I forgot it. Next.
Thanks, champ.
Thank you.
Kamaru, congrats on your win. Given the long layoff and the way you look tonight, a lot of people seem impressed. They have counted you out in the past, and you just had an amazing performance. Given the loss against Hamza was a very competitive fight, a lot of people felt that you could have had a decent run at 185. At any point, did you consider a permanent move to that division?
I mean, it only makes sense to fight for that title. If it wasn't for that title, obviously I always wanted Hamza while he was lurking around the welterweight division, but that fight only made sense to step in and like I said, I love this company, and I wanted to help out. So I stepped in. Of course, no one was willing to step in and take that fight then, so I stepped in and helped out. Obviously, I wanted the playing field to be leveled. He was already a big middleweight. Had I had time to grow into that and given the appropriate time to work with my team and build into that fight, I think it could have been a little different. But respect to Hamza, he's very, very tough, very, very talented, and I'm anxious to see what he does for that title. But no, I mean, it doesn't. If it's not for the title, what's the point?
Now, given the fact that, just like everybody mentioned, you're pretty much back in the title picture again. Recently, Islam announced his permanent move to 170 pounds.
Right.
Is that a fight that could end up happening?
Absolutely. JDM is no slouch. Let's not look past JDM. I said that in his last fight, and he went out there and he showed you guys, don't look past him. He's very, very talented. Islam is extremely talented. I love Islam. I think him coming in makes that division a lot more interesting. So if he's able to get in there and wrestle that belt away from JDM, former pound for pound, current pound for pound, I mean, I think everybody wants to watch that. So, yeah.
Now, giving all these new names that have taken part in the 170-pound division that are all like displacing the older guys, how a lot of people mention it, is there a specific name that excites you more than others?
All right, let's do. Let me just go ahead and make the matchmaker for you guys. Buckley, incredible fights. Buckley can fight Ian Gary, or Buckley can fight Carlos Prates. Sean Brady can fight Shavkat. Me, winner of Islam JDM. Simple.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
What about Bilal?
Who?
Just one more. So, do you predict that Islam would win the 70 belt once that fight gets made?
I'm not predicting anything. All I'm saying to you guys is stop sleeping on JDM. He's very, very talented. Very, very talented. That's why he's the champion right now. So let's not sleep on him. Islam, of course, is pound for pound, #1. So let's not sleep on them, too. It's going to be an interesting fight. I will be watching that fight, and I'll take the winner.
How big would a fight between you and Islam be? I mean, that would have to be like one of the biggest fights in the company, right?
Of course. When have we ever had former pound for pound and current pound for pound?
Yeah. And just lastly, and who do you see taking the belt at 185?
At 185? Listen, I told you guys, don't sleep on Hamza. When he was fighting Robert Whittaker, everyone said, oh, yeah, Whittaker's going to get him. Hey, don't sleep on him. Hamza is extremely talented, extremely strong. He can shock anyone. But Dricus du Plessis, you can't sleep on him as well. He's the champion for a reason, taking out 3 champions back to back to back. So, hey, respect to all those guys. I respect every one of these fighters. You know, I know people at home were spectators and were fans, and they like to just kind of talk shit. Oh, he had a bad performance. He had a boring one. But, hey, you have to respect each and every one of these guys that's willing to get in here, you know, in little bitty gloves and damn near underwear and bare their soul in here. So you have to respect that.
So what ideal scenario would be Islam wins pound for pound, former pound for pound versus current pound for pound, go up to 185, and Hamza wins, and then you get that one back?
Now you speaking my language.
Kamaru over here. DC and Henry Cejudo gave you a lot of praise after this win, calling it masterful, one of your best. So I'm curious, like, I know it's very fresh, obviously, and all the factors around it, but where do you kind of rank this one in your career?
Yeah, I mean, it's up there because of just all the things that I was battling. You know, everyone talks about the age. Oh, he's 38, he's older, he can't do this, he can't do that anymore. So it's hard not to let it get to you. So just being able to get out there and show that I could still wrestle at 38. No matter all the comments about the knees, I could still wrestle. So respect that. Like I said, then we get back to throwing hands.
All right, congrats.
Thank you.
Hey, Kamaru over here. So after this 2-year layoff, I bet, you know, you were going through a lot of things. I know this one is emotional for you. I talked to your teammate, Justin. He said that you address things with your body. And kind of going off of his question, what he asked earlier, is this the best version of Kamaru Usman?
I don't want to say the best version. Let's be honest, I'm 38, and I can still do it. So I think the best is yet to come.
Before you had fought Khamzat, you said your plan was to win the middleweight title, go down, win the welterweight title, and walk up in the sunset. Kind of flip, welterweight title, middleweight title, walk up in the sunset?
Yeah, let's just flip that. Yeah.
There we go. And then one more thing. So I'm from San Antonio, Texas. You lived in Dallas, Texas. Can we confirm that H-E-B is the best grocery store of all time?
H-E-B?
H-E-B.
Over Kroger?
No way.
I live in Florida now, so over Publix?
Pub sub?
Thank you, boss. Congrats on the
Thank
win.
you guys. Thank you.
Good? Perfect. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate each and every one of you guys.